women. It means that we are brave, strong, capable, unique. We are woman to woman.
Good afternoon, Africa. Africa. Good afternoon, South Africa. Dumelan Sambonani Moluweni, South Africa. And this is the last Friday of the month of September. What is interesting about the show is that we are always excited. We were very excited by the beginning of September, and now we are excited because October is just around the corner. Isn't that, Toko?
It is. October. Now we are almost hitting summer.
Hello, October. We have something special for you. Let's rewind and relive the moments of the past months, from the unforgettable highs to the most intense confrontations and the deepest lessons that have left us all transformed.
I'm important.
In life, have you ever been pushed into a tight spot where all you need is a survival manual? Well, meet Buhle. She knows all about that.
So coming from home, I didn't know that there was something wrong with me or I was different from other kids until I was surrounded by other kids. So one of the two things that I noticed I was different would be my parents and the way I spoke. Mm. And then that's when I realized that, something...
But in which way would you speak?
Okay, so now...
Did you have a speech impediment?
Yes, I had a speech impediment. So now as I grew, as an adult, it's much better. But by then, when I had to speak, it was like I would mince my words. So when I went to the all-girls school, that's when I would say depression heightened. Because now came a thing of I was now the word girl, and people already judge me or were judging me because of the way I spoke.
High school stuff, isn't that?
Yes. So I remember sitting on the bathroom floor and I'm like so happy the blood was coming out because it's like, okay, I feel so much better, like seeing all that blood come out. It was like a relief for the pain I felt inside by then. So I got into major depression. I was so depressed. Like, you have a talent, it's not that you don't have a talent. You are capable of doing something.
Have you ever gone from a warm moment in life to frosty winter chills, leaving the impression that life is about to get cold? Well, Susan has been there. Let's check that out.
So it was this day, the day of the report, and he woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning. He's like, no, I'm so unsure about my report and all that. He was so scared. And then he eventually left around about 6 o'clock. And then I was laying in bed because I was also worried now, because if he's scared, he doesn't trust in himself. So he made me worried as well. But when he came home and he was grabbing the gate, it's like, I made it, Mom, I made it. I'm passing to grade 11 now. I was like, this can't be.
To the senior guys.
We started to scream, and it was a joyful moment in the house. And so that was grade 11? Yes. Wow. So it was not only one grade to go, and it's like just one more grade and you are done with school year, and then we'll take it from there. And he was like, and you must make my matric dance. It must be so great. Yes. And I was like, I'll do anything you want, but just make sure that you complete your school years. And it was nice. And then I was so excited. Yeah. I got a call to say that your child, there's something happened with your child. And according to my understanding, I thought, okay, maybe it's just something small. And then my sister came and picked me up. and then we left. So when I got there, I got out of the car, and then I just saw someone lying in the street, and he was covered with a blanket. And the only way I could identify him was with his sneakers. And that's when I knew that this is my child.
What happened to
And
him?
obviously, I lost it. I lost it. I found myself just laying on top of him and just screaming. I wanted to remove the blanket, but this other lady said, no, don't do it, because you wouldn't like what you would see there. It's a very bad thing, because he was actually executed from behind and the bullet came out in front. And what I also noticed is I saw part of the brains there. Those days were like, you feel like there's no meaning to life anymore. I just don't want to love anymore. It was miserable days where you have to now go and you have to make funeral arrangements and bury your child. It was like it wasn't me.
Yeah.
This is not me. And I just went through it because people were there, and it was a lot of people were just keeping me busy, but they never gave me time to really process it. I went as far as smoking daga. I started to smoke daga every single day. And I smoked daga inside of the house. I would never clean. I would never wash dishes. I would never take a bath.
So meaning that you went into depression.
100%.
Yeah.
And it went so deep because sometimes I would sit and just sit for hours. I don't know what am I thinking about. I would think about how was he feeling pain? When he fell
When that
down,
happened,
like all
yes.
those thoughts went in, and I would smoke more,
Tormenting
and
you.
smoke more, and smoke more, and smoke more. And when I feel like I can't do this anymore, I had now this help, because every time when I used to cry or scream, my neighbors would come and bang on my door. So that would disturb me a lot, because they're not allowing me to voice it out.
Yeah.
I want to take
And
it
of
out.
course, they were worried with you,
Indeed.
but they did not know how to help you. They were just worried. They were afraid you would turn to suicide,
Yes.
and they were trying to save you, not
Yes.
knowing how. And that would make you more angry.
100%. But then I learned that no, I can take my wash rag, stuff it in my mouth. I could really stuff it
So
in.
that you choke.
And then I would start screaming from there so that they don't hear me.
A lot of pain.
Yes, so I just scream and scream and scream. And I learned that when I do that, I actually feel much better. I start to scream and scream and scream until I have no strength. So when I take it out, I'll be like, and then the following day at night again, I need
Do
to
the
do it this,
same.
scream and call out his name and scream and scream and scream, help, help. Inside of me, it was a cry for help, help, but I didn't know what to do. So that helped me a lot. So it really released a bit.
Yeah. But it was temporary.
Another one, yes. So I started to buy myself, every time when I get paid, I would buy myself a 18 of gin, and I would just drink it like that. Just pure, no, wow, they dash it, no. Just drink it like that. Daga, cigarettes. There's no cleaning, there's nothing is happening. And it was nice because they said to me, no, I need to work from home for as long as I want to. So that was nice. So I started to be just a miserable person. I wouldn't eat. I lost so much weight. I was so dark. And my family were calling me and they couldn't get hold of me. I don't want any visitors. If they come to my house, all windows are closed, I wouldn't open my door. I would just smoke and smoke every single day. As much as water is nutrients for your body and all that, this journey is needed for your soul. It's nutrients for your soul. It makes you stronger so that when you go out there, you are able to equip the other one.
For you, how do you define happiness? I think Nondumisa can show you a thing or two about that. Let's go.
I was so happy now. Hey, city lights, city lights, nightclubs, everything is there to
Oh my
expose them.
gosh. Nothing good.
No, one step you're at a nightclub, another step you're somewhere else, you know. When we go to parties or to the clubs, I wanted to be the one that calls attention out of the group. I remember when I'm drunk, I would even dance on the tables.
Ooh, that one was famous, Antoko.
Yes, it was.
How would you feel if one moment you could hear, but then suddenly silence?
Yeah, it was just overwhelming. Everything impacted me so negatively. You know, I was mom's child. It just happened the moment that I was 9 years old. I was told that I was sick, and then from there, I stopped hearing anything. There was no sound at all. I could not hear my mom calling me. I thought maybe it was just a dreaming. You know, I could not hear anything, but it was really that I lost my hearing. Mom tried all her best to get a best treatment for me. She took me to the different doctors, traditional healers, churches. You know, whenever she could hear someone, could heal someone, she would take me there. Even, she did not even care how far it was. She went all the way to take me here just in order for me to get treated. So time goes by, she passed away. And she could not even see the opportunity of me hearing, you know, talking again. She did not get that opportunity. For me, I could say she died a painful death. Yeah, because...
Was she sick?
She was sick. No, I cannot say for a long sickness, but just a short moment, a period of sickness. That's where, yeah, she passed on. Yeah, it was just overwhelming. Everything impacted me so negatively. You know, I was mom's child, and for her death, it was just like I've lost the whole world. I've lost everything that belongs to me. And yeah, that brought me into, I don't know, starting blame myself, you know.
So you blamed yourself for her death?
Yes, I thought I'm the one who killed her, because if I did not lose my hearing, I believe Mom will not be stressful, or stressing herself, going around looking for doctors, you know. If I did not become deaf, for sure she could be alive. That's what I thought. So I got into a point where I wanted to die so that maybe I could be with her again. But that never happened.
At the age of 10 years, you would think about that?
Yes, that's what I wanted, just to die to go with Mom, because I was mom girl, you know, and that's how it was. But then time goes by. When I moved in with my dad, that's when I was introduced to a deaf school. That's where I learned sign language, and yeah, I completed my matric there. But then time goes by, I started feel like, you know, this is not where I'm supposed to be, you know. As a child who was in a hearing school where people could speak with their mouth, then the next moment I'm in a school where people could speak sign language. It was just confused for me and so weird. I'm like, what's going on, you know? So I tried all my best to fit in because I had no choice at all. And yeah, but at home, it was just... it's just me, like, I don't belong there, you know. Our communication with my parents, and my whole family, it was not like...
Your father had another family?
Yes, yes.
And you had now to adapt yourself to this new family?
That's true.
Would they understand your struggle?
Well, they did not understand me, and I did not understand them as well, because our communication was based on the paper. We would write down. Whenever they would send me somewhere, they was just write down. And when it happened that there's a family discussion or the family, I don't know,
socially, something like that. It would be just me sitting there, you know, they'll be laughing and I'll be waiting to be told what was happening. Sometimes my little sister could be so nice and to write down for me, but sometimes they'll be just there and then I'll be asked, what are they saying? Then she'll be like, I'll tell you later. And then later when you ask, what? I forget. It's not like I don't have challenge ahead of me. There's always challenge, but there's always a solution along the way. So I believe that with God by my side, everything becomes possible.
We haven't forgotten about, wait, what is it again? It is a treasure. But what treasure is it? Meet Mpho, who once forgot who she was, but eventually found herself.
It was heartbreaking. I lost my dignity. I was growing, being at my high school days. I met my boyfriend then. It was, we were dating for a while because we dated about like 11 years before we got married. Because I remember we started to date, I was in grade 10, towards the year end
14 more or less.
We never had friends outside because everything we will plan together and do it together. So when we plan to go out, maybe our outing, it will be like movies and maybe some restaurants because we didn't drink alcohol, both of us. And we are not exposed much to a lot of things. So we understood each other, we connected with a lot of things because we started to date very young and till then. So it was easy to get along with him and I trusted him a lot. I never thought of anything like maybe he will betray me or cheat on me. At that stage, I never even think of anything wrong that will happen from him or any will say anything hurting to me. That's how much I trusted him. He used to value me that much he was more than a lot of things to me. In 2 years' time after we got married, that's when he started to change. Because I remember he used to now starting to have friends because we're still staying at his mother's house. Yes, then. Then he started to have friends. Then he started to go out alone without me. There was a day that he even came drunk at home, and I was like surprised. And being surprised because of even if he drank, the alcohol didn't. He vomited. Yes, so because of it was something that he was not used to it. Yes, so that's when he started to change, and then but I never took it very serious because of the trust that I had. Like I can say, he lived my life and I lived his life. So. Even if because by then we had only one child then as we got married. Later on I was expecting another child. That's when things started to get worse. But then at times goes by, I remember he went to the bathroom. As he went to the bathroom, the phone was ringing. And now he got off quickly. Run into the phone, which is we used to share the phone. Yes. Used to share a lot of things, and then I'm surprised why he's afraid if I can even hold his phone. And now, that's when I started to think, there's something wrong here. No, it can't be. Now he's starting to go out alone. This phone, there's some secrets now, and which is we're not used to it.
Yeah.
And the other day, as he was sleeping, then I took the phone. And when I searched the phone, I found the message of the girl says, now just because you got married, what about me? So the message to me, it was no, this relationship is a long time one.
Yeah.
Because how can the girl say, now you got married?
True.
And what about me? That means no, it's not a recent message. Then when I checked the numbers, I checked the girl from the Facebook. And as I was checking the girl from Facebook, I saw that it's a girl that I know. It was heartbreaking. I felt like, the worst part is the girl is not staying far from where we're staying. Immediately I felt I lost my dignity because of, I will think of maybe when I see the group of girls, they are talking about me, even if they are not. Like I lost everything about me, dignity, everything, that pride, that value that I used to have by myself. Then going forward, now the girl is now pregnant. Ooh. And as I just gave birth, and we just found because
to
of
the second child.
To the second child, and now the girl now is pregnant. As the girl is pregnant, and I knew about the girl now through the messages now. Mm-hmm. Now he didn't know how to tell me that
the girl is pregnant.
The girl is pregnant. And I found out now she's pregnant. And as I found that she's pregnant, I was told that the family came to our home and let us know that he impregnated their child. And I lost everything.
What an
I didn't believe. I felt like there's something wrong with my heart. I didn't see myself as a woman. I lost everything about me. I lost my mind. I lost everything. I didn't know how to think anymore. I didn't know how to do things right anymore. It was, the pain is very deep. I remember asking myself, okay, what does she have that I don't have?
Yes.
And what is it that got attracted to him, which I don't have, because of I thought I'm the best to his eyes and to his life. So what is wrong with me? Instead of looking at him, I was looking at myself, that maybe I'm the one who did something wrong.Maybe I wasn't looking at myself anymore. I wasn't taking care of myself.
Yes.
Maybe I need to improve myself, or, So worst of it, within 6 months, he went to another woman. I was trying to tell myself, okay, fine, such things, they do happen to the marriage. That means I have to accept that child is mine now. It's okay, we'll raise the child. And now that means no secrets. We'll have to talk. If the woman needs something, she needs to come straight to me, and it's fine. Let me just forgive him. Let me just, because of I didn't want my kids to be raised with separated parents. Knowing the experience of being raised by a single mother, all I wanted it was my kids to have that. After all these cheatings and everything, I think I stayed like about 2 years.
2 years in this situation.
2 years in this situation. And in that 2 years, I wasn't happy. I would cry the whole night. I would see myself less valued, less of myself. For me, it was just living for my kids, not about me anymore. Let me just do things for my kids. Let me just stay for my kids. Everything, it was about my kids now. I forgot about myself. Mm-hmm. Yes. And now, out of that, in that process of 2 years, now I'm dealing with the pain of the burden, the grudges inside of me. I lost everything about me, dignity, everything, that pride, that value that I used to have by myself.
Welcome to this week's episode of Woman to Woman. Today we've got something special lined up just for you. We're stepping out of the studio and into the world of wellness. First, we'll be visiting the brilliant Dr. Beverly Siabi, a psychologist who's going to show us how the food we eat can impact our mental wellness. You don't want to miss her expert insights. Then we'll be heading over to meet Irene Disemelo, a wellness cook who dedicates her life to preparing delicious, and healthy meals that nourish both the body and the mind. Irene's approach to food is truly inspiring, and she's got some great tips for us and a special recipe. So stick around, because today is all about embracing wellness from your body to your mind. From filling up your heart with amazing stories, now we head to your stomach. We are talking about food. Wait, it's not just food, but all about your well-being.
So talking about food and mental health, there is a significant connection between food and mental health. What we eat can actually impact how we think and feel.
So we cook with a lot of oil, we cook with a lot of salt. Everywhere there needs to be salt and rice, salt and pap, salt and stew. So our lifestyle, the way we are just taught in a wrong way when it comes to food. So we have a negative, I would say a negative relationship with healthy cooking, because what we know is how you grew up, what you eat, what you ate back home. So also you, when you're an adult in your own home, you continue in that habit.
And a very quick tip, be cognizant of everything that you put in your mouth. And that's it from me.
Best way to keep your South African classics, and I'm going to say South African classics because, you know, that's who we are. We love our lasagnas, our bobotie, our curries, our mashed potatoes, our mac and cheese. So the best way is to hide your veggies. So you can blend, if you have a food processor, you can blend your broccoli or any other vegetable, you can blend it and then make a part of your broth. Like as you're cooking it, just pour it in, because you won't see it, but the nutrients will be there, which is the important thing.
What if we told you that your mind is not as reliable as you think? Day by day, our brains play tricks on us. Let's meet Happiness, who faced what that means.
I didn't want to be amongst people because I always felt judged. When I walk home, people would just tease me, or someone would just open their car window and shout, you know. So with that, I would get home and I would cry and I would tell my parents, someone said this, someone said that. What people said about me, it meant a lot. And sometimes I'd tell it to myself before someone else can say it to me. In my head, I was like, I already know that, so you can't tell me anything different.
Yeah.
I know that. So
Was it painful?
It was. I would cry a lot, Miss Masha. I would cry. My parents would have to deal with me crying every time when I got back from school. In my head, I was like, I already know that, so you can't tell me anything different.
Yeah.
I know that. So
Was it painful?
It was. I would cry a lot, Miss Masha. I would cry. My parents would have to deal with me crying every time when I got back from school. It was a thing of, I can't do it. No, but I can do it. So my mindset changed. I didn't lose as much weight then, but at the same time, I would look at myself and I'd tell myself, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Woman to Woman has cued the heart with inspiring life stories, but now it's time to be cued on another look. Let's check it out. Let's meet Mbali again.
When you look at fashion, there's something that we focus on, which is the fashion pyramid, which is fashion theory. And within the fashion pyramid, there's 3 steps. There's the
Tell us all.
There's the top steps, which is high fashion. There's the second step, which is designer clothes. And then there's the last step, which is mass markets. Basically, that's where you find younger people, your street style, and all of that. But there's a different effect within that pyramid. There is trickle-up theory, there's trickle-down theory, and then there's trickle-across theory. Trickle-up theory, it's when you find older people being influenced by younger people in terms of style. And then trickle-down theory, it's when you find vice versa. And then trickle-across, it's when everyone is getting inspiration from everyone. We have a lot of young people being influenced by older people's styles, and we see even now on social media, even on runways, the styles that are in now and are coming into fashion, it's more of matured style, older people's style, but they're being grabbed by younger people, and you could see that they're enjoying the new style, they're enjoying the new trend.
I am too. Me too.
No, not
Oh, how about a song?
Torna mio bene, ascolta, il tuo fedel son io, il tuo fedel son io. Amami pur ben mio, no, non ti inganna amor. Torna mio bene, ascolta, il tuo fedel son io. Amami, amami, amami pur ben mio, no, non t'inganna amor.
As cool as wine, the wind is sighing through silent mountain pines. In the evening light is slowly dying as bells of evening chimes. So many songs, so many stories, their rocks and hills recall. Within your heart, inside the city, the ancient stones, their walls. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, forever young, forever old. My heart will sing your song of glory, Jerusalem. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, O city with the heart of gold. My heart will sing your song of glory, Jerusalem.
So now we are going to go to the technical side of talent, because maybe you never thought that pastors' wives can do this kind of job.
Hello, Umachuma audience. My name is Diana. I am a pastor's wife. I'm here to help with the broadcast of the meditation. To start the day, I put the battery of the camera, switch on. And then I check how it is, if it's settled. It's on. Connecting the mics. Or maybe the sound test. 1, 2. We are in the broadcast room where we connect for the meditation. Right now we are on Zoom with the wives of the countries and the provinces.
My name is Lesedi and I do the voiceovers for Woman to Woman show. I love what I do, so today I'm going to show you how I do my voiceovers. My main role is to bring that familiar human element to the show. So, shall we start? Welcome to the Freedom on Air TV studio.
Hi guys, my name is Tidi. Welcome to our makeup room. Here we go, she's ready to go there to record her testimony at the studio. So this is what I do here.
Now off to stage 2, from makeup to the testimony recording.
Hello everyone, welcome to our recording studio. So my name is Baituti and I'm going to take you through how we record testimonies in the studio. The work of the testimonies is very important because testimonies show the power of God in people's lives.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the studio. My name is Precious and I am the floor director for Woman to Woman. Let me show you what I do. Basically, a floor director is the one that is in charge of the whole studio.
You heard her. Now let's head back to the show. We are definitely sure that you never thought our pastors' wives are this talented. Have you ever, in just one moment, ever taken a decision that changed your entire life?
You kept consistency, but in the moment, you just did not pay attention.
I met a guy in the youth group. It was just an excitement of being in love at that moment. My mind was just all over the place, and according to what I saw with my own eyes, the appearance of the guy, so I fell deeply in love with him that I didn't consider any teachings. I was very excited because I've never had that experience before. So for me, I told myself that this is it, this is my man. I was already seeing marriage. And then along the way it happened that he invited me to his place. I went to his place and then I spent the night. It happened that we spent the night there together. And I really regretted after that because that is when I fell pregnant.
Oh.
Yes, that is when I fell pregnant. And along the way, when I was pregnant, my mom said, I must go and stay with him. I thought of all the teachings, but I just gave in. I really don't know what happened, but I just allowed myself and I just gave in to him. So I went to live with him while I was pregnant, and things changed. Everything shifted. That's when I started to see for him, yes, his true colors. I started to see him for who he is. So he had two personalities. He was somebody else when we were in the house, and another personality when he was in the church. That is when I started to see all his behavior, and it was a really shock for me because that was not the person that I fell in love with. I regretted a lot. It was a painful experience for me. He didn't have courage. For the first few months when I was pregnant, he was going to the church with me. And then when I gave birth, he stopped going to the church. Also because it was, what I found out about him was that he was also on drugs. He was doing drugs while we were staying together. And so I noticed the signs of him shaking while we were staying together in the house. He would shake. He would just behave in a way that I don't understand because it was my first time seeing that. I saw that this is not working for me. I have to end this relationship. I felt disgraced. I felt as a shame also to my mom. I felt not wanted. That was the worst. That was the worst moment, whereby when you feel like that, also there are those kind of thoughts where you have sometimes suicidal thoughts. I just wanted the world to swallow me because it was a very, very painful experience at that time.
Either way, can I look younger?
Never even thought.
Do you think that we've been through it all? Well, let's leave it to Thabang to express.
I think I have a problem. I'm falling for this guy at work and I don't know what to do. When I got to work, he sends me a message and writes a lengthy message of how I was not the one for him, that already her grandmother had chosen someone for him. And my grandmother did not like you anyway. November 2014, on a Sunday,
Mr. God's right man came.
Not yet. Sunday, we started talking. Hi, my name is this. My name is Thabang. Oh, my name is, I don't want to say yet. And then we continued. We talked, we chat fine. And then we made an appointment to meet actually on Thursday. So when we talked, let's meet on Thursday. When we met on Thursday, it was after work. I worked in Parktown. So I knocked off at 3:30. I told him, come around 4 o'clock when I knock off. I don't know who's coming. I don't know the person. And one of the first things I always tell him that I knew you're going to be good. The first thing he said to me, he said to me, hi, I'm sorry I didn't shave. Oh. I was like, oh. So he cares what I think already for me, And then the second thing was he opened the door for me. I was like, okay. I think God
we are going somewhere.
After being taught the principles of how love should be, but then something unexpected happens.
It started with a slap. I met with my friends. We used to go out and parties and even drinking as well. So we met this guy. He was a DJ in one of the parties that he used to host. So my friend introduced me to this DJ. So the DJ came to me and approached me and told me, no, I like you. And I was so surprised. I'm like, okay, out of all these other ladies, the DJ came to me. So, and he said, no, I like you, and then we should start dating. So I started dating with him. My father used to sit us down, me and my sisters, to explain this behavior you shouldn't accept. Yeah. But I found myself in that same situation. It started with a slap. Now, I remember this one time, I left my phone at home, and then he was calling, busy calling, and I was not answering, I was outside. And then when I came to meet him, and then he was like, why are you not answering your phone? Why are you not answering your phone? And I explained the situation, but he said, no, now you're cheating. Now that is why you're not answering your phone. So from that moment, I thought, oh, now this person is changing. Now he's becoming aggressive.
Let's head over to a place where love is not just an emotion, but a vital currency for survival. Let's meet Nonhlanhla, who faced this harsh reality.
I started to look at myself as like nobody, because now in the house there was no food. There was nothing in the house that we could stay 2 days without knowing where can we get that food. Because my mom, those years, my mom was sick as well. She was working like a part-time job, not full-time job, as a domestic worker. So it went by that now I wanted to find a way, how can I make money? How can I make myself to provide for myself? So now I thought like the easy way for me to provide for myself, because I'm still young, I can't look for a job. Fine, we could go to other people's houses food, to do garden, to do some of the things, but that was not enough. That was not enough for us to do that because it was not enough for us to put food in the table. So I started to see that dating is the right thing for me because I could see like other people doing it. It's like it was working for them. So for me, I was dating young ones, but they couldn't provide. So I started to say, better for me to go for those who are old ones.
Yeah.
So now I was like around 17 years old. It continued that I could go for a relationship to another. I could exchange and go for another one, but still the same, they couldn't provide. So it went by that now I finished my matric. So my mom couldn't pay school fees. So I was so frustrated that I'm not going to school anymore. Now I don't have anything to do. So now I'm looking for someone that is older that can provide, that is working. Because before I could date those who were not working, that they were schooling like me. I was expecting them to give money, like more money. So it went by that I met someone. So this guy told me that if you want me to take care of you, you need to show me that you love me. It went by that I dated him 1 month. Then we slept together. Then I found out after 2 months that I'm pregnant. Now he started to distance himself from me. Then I called him. The number wasn't getting on, like wasn't working anymore.
I'm important.
I would like when I survive, I want to be with you. I say no.
I am too.
Me too.
No, not
And those are the moments and the guests who make this show worthwhile. Until next time.